So judges, we always want them to be impartial and neutral and not let biases cloud their judgments and follow the rule of law and the guidelines pronounced by the appellate court if a trial court decision is reversed and remanded with instructions. Judge Moss, what has been your experience with cases that are remanded back to you, and how have you handled it?
Well, after 20 years, the longer you've been on the bench, the less phased you are. So if it comes back to you and the Supreme Court says, oh, you were completely wrong, or, you can't have, you can't get emotional about it. It's business. So you just got to get back down to business and follow the rule of law. And kind of like an educational experience. I mean, some of these were legal issues that were just crazy difficult and complex. And it's reversed, remanded back to me. But it is, judges are supposed to be trained to be impartial and neutral and not let any personal feelings or biases or feel offended that they were reversed. You should treat it as like a learning experience. And it's happened. I mean, I don't know of any judge that has a perfect affirmance record. And so if it's reversed and remanded back, you just have to keep plugging away and remain impartial and neutral. And then you face the attorneys in the courtroom, and the Supreme Court told you were completely wrong on that decision. You just have to handle it and make better findings or follow the instructions of the Supreme Court. So that's how I handle it if I was reversed and had to be remanded. I mean, my first appeal remand I handled was my first year on the bench. It's literally one of my first cases. It was a Marshall and Emily might remember the Rodriguez case on that big alimony issue and fault, divorce, infidelity or whatever can't be a reason to award or deny alimony. And the trial transcript was like 5 huge trial notebooks. And before we had e-filing, it was 5 boxes. I had to go through, read 5 days of trial with Judge Marin, and then, made findings and on that. But I wasn't the one reversed. It was just something I inherited that was assigned to me my first year as a judge. So that was kind of my first experience with handling a remand. It came from another judge's reversal. Yeah.
That had to be quite an experience, having to go through all of that, a case you weren't even involved in, and now you have to decide what the outcome should be based on what happened before. That would be a real challenging thing. I heard both Emily, I think, and Marshall a little bit allude to sometimes, these